Hi, I'm Cheryl Leach. In this problem, we're asked to solve the trig equation sine of theta equals 1/2 when theta is between 0 and 2 pi. So what are we really asking? We're asking, what do I take the sine of to get 1/2 as an answer? Well, 1/2 sounds familiar. It belongs to one of those special angles that I often deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and if I'm a right triangle person, I'm going to come over here to my right triangles and see what do you take the sine of to get 1/2? Well, between the right triangles and that unit circle, the only way I see to get 1/2 is using this one and that 2, which means that if I'm looking for sine, I want that sine to be the opposite over the hypotenuse. So I must be talking about a pi/6 angle. So that tells me that theta is going to equal pi/6. Now hold on a minute. If you tell me, well, I don't use this technique for remembering those special angles. I use this table. Well, what we want to do in that case is we want to try to find what you take the sine of to get 1/2. So if I'm looking through my table, I notice that this is the value where the sine is 1/2. And what angle did that come from? It came from pi/6. So again, I get pi/6 as an answer. Now, if you use another technique for remembering those special angles, you can use these same ideas to use those tables or maybe the unit circle to figure out that theta is pi/6. Okay, but we're not done yet. Regardless of which technique you use, the answer you're going to get will only be an acute angle. And I'm looking for all of the answers between 0 and 2 pi. I know that the sine is positive in both the first quadrant and in the second quadrant. So I need to think about an angle that's in the second quadrant whose reference angle is pi/6. So let's think about this for a minute. If I draw a quick sketch and I draw an angle whose reference angle, so this is the angle I'm looking for, and this is the reference angle. That reference angle is going to be pi/6. So the question is, what is the given angle? Well, I know that halfway around is pi. And using a denominator of 6, that would be 6 pi/6. So the angle that I'm looking for is not quite going to make it to 6 pi/6. It's going to be shy by pi/6. That means the measure of my angle is 5 pi/6. And that's another solution to this problem. Now, I'm looking for answers between 0 and 2 pi. So the angle from 0 to 2 pi is going to take me once around the circle. So if I move into the third quadrant, my sine will be a -1/2. If I move into the fourth quadrant, it'll also be a -1/2. So I've collected all of the possibilities in one complete revolution. I hope that was helpful. Thanks.